All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Muscle Discord. And I wanted to chime in on this recent interview with Nick Walker. He was on the Cutler Cast, and Milos was on the show as well. And Milos rightfully called out Nick Walker. Right? I'm glad Milos is doing this. He's not afraid to speak the truth. And I agree 100% with Milos in his assessment about how Nick Walker would have done at the Olympia, and also how Nick Walker fared against Samson at the 2023 Arnold Classic.
Practice a few times, dude.
As uncomfortable as it might seem, it's like so powerful. I sent Nick a pose of him and Derek in back double biceps pose, and Nick thinks that he's winning. I don't know if he would win. Derek is super good in that pose.
We're going to find out next
you would be super competitive in that pose.
I just said, look, if you go from the back up, right? I do think Derek beats me there. But if you compare the entire thing, I think I edge it a little bit.
Derek has a crazy striated glutes.
Yes.
Yeah. So, more so than you. Yeah, more so than you.
It's more than everybody.
Yeah.
But remember, you still got to turn to the front.
It caves in like grated cheese, man.
And then you still turn to the front, and they're still.
And then when you turn to the front, most muscular is not comparable. I mean, Nick wins before he even squeezes, before you even hit the shot. And then abs and thighs also. I mean, Derek doesn't have a.
And I really think Walker is maybe a little bit delusional that he even says that he thinks he would, win the Olympia 10 times. And I just think he's not being realistic. His physique isn't a Mr. Olympia champion physique.
Nick won the Olympia, yes. But Nick, I'm always open and straight. Samson did beat you at the Arnold, and you didn't think that he would.
Yeah, debatable.
Right? Yeah, it's debatable. Okay. And that debate that comes from whichever side you want to debate, right? He did beat you, and it was straight first across the board, prejudging finals.
Can't convince me on that.
Well, not you, right? So in the same way, nobody would convince me that you could beat him. In the same way.
Of course.
Because for me, Samson has the best body at the moment, right? His conditioning was slightly lesser, and that's why he lost. But if you just look at the body, he's complete. He's shapely. He's a monster. He's thick. He's everything, right? So is Nick, and Nick is improving in his appearance of a shapely monster.
So, I agree with Milos there, saying that Samson, deserved to beat him at the Arnold. And Nick obviously disagrees with that. But let's take a look at the comparisons, the back double bicep. This is the only comparison we have from 2023 of Nick and Derek. Obviously, Derek beats Nick in this pose. Now, Nick doesn't agree with that. Nick thinks that overall in this pose, he looks better than Derek. Front double bicep, again, I would have Derek winning this pose, even with the lat issue, with the lumps on his lats. He just has obviously better symmetry and a tighter waist than Nick Walker, as you can see there. But overall, Nick's arms are better than Derek's. His legs, I mean, you could say are better than Derek's in this particular shot. But then the midsection is just a little thick and blocky on Nick Walker. Leave a comment below if you disagree. Side chest, I would give this to Derek Lunsford. The separation in the side quads, the more striated glutes, just the kind of overall roundness and symmetry on the upper body for Derek is better than Walker, in my opinion, in this pose. Again, if you disagree, leave a comment below. I want to know why you think Nick Walker wins the side chest pose. Overall, I just think Nick Walker's a little bit delusional in his thought process of thinking he can win the Mr. Olympia 10 times or 5 times or whatever. I don't think he's ever going to win the Mr. Olympia. I think he's going to come close. Leave a comment below if do you think Nick Walker can win a Mr. Olympia competition? All right, guys. I love you. Peace. And we'll catch you on the next one.